principal chairman of the committee. Malika Madam, she is IQAC coordinator, and I will introduce you to management representatives. Zainab Madam is there. Kamala Madam is coming. She is and then Afroz Madam is there. She is management representative. And then from the teachers representative, Parveen Madam. You have met Sanchita Madam is there. Sanchita Madam is there. Akila Madam is there. Zamanat Madam is there. Juliet Madam, you know her. Then
who are the outside members?
Outside members.
Sir, our two alumni.
Our two alumni. He is a Kamal sir. He is a teacher's representative. She is a Kamala Madam. She is a management representative. Then he is Mr. Vipul Gandhi.
He is an industrialist.
He is representing industry. And then Superintendent Anita Dhareshwar. She is representing non-teachers. And then Murtaza is a student. Murtaza Akhtarwala is a student.
Madam, you can
Yeah.
start.
Yes. We were introduced.
He is Mustafa.
Sir, we encourage our staff, our teachers, to take all kinds of trainings, which will be to bring in the quality in our activities as IQAC members. So we have been attending these training programs. Besides that, we ourselves had organized last year assessment and accreditation framework, a state level workshop. We definitely, in a center position, we take all our feedback from all our stakeholders, have different brainstorming sessions, put the ideas into the meetings, and finally it goes to the teachers and students through both the ways, of course, and suggestions are taken both the ways, and through PBC it is implemented by teachers to students and to the staff. Now, monitoring being a very important part, as a steering committee, we can have a set of a benchmark, we monitor and give feedback once again in the meetings, which the cycle continues on. So this is how we follow this particular program. As per the recommendations of the previous cycle and peer team recommendations, we have been advised to start a PG course. So we have already done that. But we were also advised to take up some language course, but we have a constraint as we have spoken about the kind of students that we get. So we have focused ourselves on a kind of a job-oriented undergraduate courses, that is BA Psychology and BAF as Bachelor of Accounts. As we have said, there was again only hardly 25% of our library was open access, but now and less digitized at that particular point of time, but right now we have a complete digitization and complete open access. This of course will be seen itself in the library. A knowledge museum, which has been again initiative from IQAC. We were, of course, we have been conducting before also, but we have enhanced by having more talks and lectures, and besides that we encourage departments to take up a state level or a national level seminars. Shall I show the link? Sorry.
This was the recommendation by the previous member.
Yes. This whatever we even ICT we were not so strong, but now right now of course we have managed to have a very strong ICT connectivity with 92% in classrooms and 45% in the laboratories, and we have been conducting all these training programs for our teachers too. We have already had interdisciplinary talks as well as research projects we do have by students as well as by teachers. Definitely our research center has become a little stronger after the second cycle. To bring a small information back to you all. We have, since 78% of our students are girls, approximately, so we have appointed a lady sports instructor. We have,
Permanent?
yes, throughout,
instructor.
yes, yes.
By the college or the government?
By the college. It's an initiative by the college. And we have, again, girls more, so self-defense courses we have started for them. And recently we also have started a commando training for girls as well as for boys. We have been conducting, since we were definitely little not so strong in our sports facilities, but after the recommendations, of course, we have been having a full-fledged basketball coach, and we are conducting intercollegiate event also, tournament for the basketball. We have seen this, that we now have from 7 to 8 around courses or certificate courses. We have moved on to around 32. Plus, this is something, a different kind of course where you, vocational education training program, study of birds has been taken up by Nisar Club.
Yes.
Our feedback has become a little better. We were offline earlier, but now most of our feedback initiatives have been online, except a few like non-teaching we have still manual, but otherwise we talk about faculty development program, teachers assessment facility, it's all now we have gone online. We will see this also in the labs. The new feedbacks that we have started is parents feedback, SSI, faculty development program feedback. As mentioned, this was definitely a very good initiative. Yeah. So same thing with respect to students and the parents. These are the different methods that we use in our teaching learning processes. It has gone on the link. As a result, we always have been aiming, because our teaching learning process being strong right from beginning, we have almost 100% results. As it can be, it is obvious from students as well as from parents that we have a very good teaching learning process in our college. This, as we said, we had appointed a credit monitoring committee, and we had asked all the departments to give a kind of a proposal how they would be conducting the internal assessment in their own departments. And after approval, it had gone ahead with the students. So we have, but now of course all that has been bypassed by the university, and it is remaining only in self-financing courses and a particular subject which is across all the streams, that is FC, foundation course. That internal assessment is still there, and right now we are using Moodle for our internal assessment in computer science department. Because of our initiatives, around 1400 students have benefited from our remedial programs, 234 from bridge courses and 670. This is across, of course, 5 years from the time we started this initiative. Sanshotana is a new venture from us. 2 issues so far we have published, kind of a research journal, and of course our output from the research center has increased because we have constituted a research committee which takes care and gives guidance and conducts lectures, arranges workshops. So a lot of improvement is there in our. I would like to draw attention to this particular part. We did get cases where we were mentoring the students. We have a counselor, and we used to send our students for counseling to this professional counselor. But then we did realize that in some of the matters we needed a kind of a legal advice. So we approached our 4 alumni students, and they agreed, and now we have a legal cell constituted They are all advocates practicing in high courts. One of them is of course a Supreme Court lawyer too. Another initiative again from IQAC is establishment of entrepreneurs. Said we have students who have talents which we would call it as a skills developed at home but not enhanced or not showcased. So we conduct a kind of a competition, prepared a list of the winners, and that has become our database, which is being displayed on our website too, as well as in our staff rooms and all. So any of the things that we want, we can place order with them. These talents which I am talking, this talent is inherently, I would say, like Mehndi they have, then inherent talent, Mehndi, cooking. We again, basically because 79% of our initiative will be boys will
You mentioned the linkage with the university in Spain. What is it? What kind of?
One of our staff from physics department is postdoc from he's a postdoc from Sweden, and he has an linkage with.
But not the college.
No, he personally yes.
He has, he's doing research work along with them.
And he's
Research
done his
projects.
postdoc I think from BRC, continued in Sweden, and his linkage has continued till today.
Sweden or Spain? You said
Spain.
Spain.
He's now it's with Spain, but his
Yeah.
postdoc is from Sweden.
This
Yeah,
will
we
be
will see
showing
that
to you.
later.
This also is been under
Yeah.
the governance. We all customized
All
forms.
this we discussed in Franken's
So,
presentation. Yeah, you can skip all this.
Best practice, of course, is Gyandan, which is done in 3 parts really. One is on campus, off campus, and we take our experiments to students in the schools. So in 3 parts we are having this our transforming life through education. Because again, being an area where the schools have sprouted, but the facilities have not come up to that extent. So we have these programs which we sing in detail in other. And as an outcome, these students otherwise would have been dropped out. But because of our encouragement through our education program and financial support, these girls have continued with their studies. They have enrolled themselves in a higher school in 9th standard. Green Warriors have been our
This best practices both is promoted or initiated to the IPCs here.
IQAC, yes sir. This we have already gone through. These are our warriors which have come out from our Nisar club activities. And now of course they are warriors in the society and community.
Criteria 7 we are going to show.
Yeah, we are going to show. Empower to value education. This has become now our tagline also.
How many meetings you conduct of the IPC in a year?
So at least minimum 2 definitely. But as a steering committee, we have our own internal small meetings.
IPC.
That's
Two.
But
Of late
part
because
of it, of
Like
that.
because of this NAC
No,
visit.
within that also steering committee we have formed, where we discuss some of the things, interact with each other. Yes, formally we have definitely at least 2 meetings.
Recorded?
Yes, yes, yes.
Would like to see the minutes
Yes,
I
yes.
brought them.
later on.
The next please.
These are our some of the programs.
But IQAC should not have anything to do with the student
Yes.
programs.
We initiate some of the themes and passed it to the PPC, this committee which is
Program
there,
planning.
and then it is disseminated to students. So that is how we try to
In
pass.
fact, many activities which are shown under the IPC here, Madam said
That's
it.
the college
Yeah.
activities.
Okay.
Those are college activities, these committees.
So that was actually with respect to
Initiate
alumni engagement. Those activities that we saw was alumni engagement.
Well, we felt some of the courses to be introduced and all, so we suggest. And then it is taken.
It has been strengthened only because of that. We were little
So the initiative was the strengthening of value system. That was the initiative, and then it percolated.
Activities such as few activities maybe, but improves the quality of the education. So that should be the focus on that, I say. Yeah, many
IQAC is
activities are
mainly for
included in-
quality improvement.
Yeah, something initiative taken by the IQAC which has improved the quality of the education or enhanced something. Some major activities.
So ICT was our
ICT
initiative.
research.
And research.
research and
It has been our definitely our initiative.
Now you had also mentioned again sports activities, yoga, and this is the common sport department they normally takes the yoga initiatives.
No, so the numbers are falling.
Huh?
The students were not going in for yoga. I mean, as students go.
Yeah,
So
but-
the IQAC had to brainstorm as to how to make
It
it
is
strong.
not the IQAC which has to involve with all this.
Yeah. Physical education director normally work is that for the promoting the students for the yoga and all that.
You can go ahead. No, skip all this, please. ये skip कर दीजिए ना. This is not IQAC again. Fully qualified, full-time, proactive
But
teachers.
innovative
College
teaching learning
partners.
process, and based on that we suggest.
These are the strength of
Request.
the IQAC.
आपके 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 नहीं.
नहीं,
चलिए
but-
चलिए ना
Okay.
आगे आगे बढ़िए.
We have realized that here, this is some of our weaknesses.
Madam, this is weaknesses of the strength of the college or the IQAC selling?
College.
Because of the college which will be addressed by the IQAC later.
Okay, okay.
It is of the college.
These issues are considered by IQAC and then the promotion is, they encourage us or they guide us in that.
Yes, sir, exactly.
As we said, we have less of academy industry.
Job oriented is only one course you have. Right?
Yes. And we have introduced one more now with the BSc, Bombay Statistic.
Should I go? Yes. So counseling the girl students again is our challenge. Certificate courses is our challenge because the cost of fees again is our challenge. Really. So any
You should
questions?
prepare a perspective plan and analyzing feedback and the teacher quality improvement. That should be your main concern.
Perspective plan is
We
there.
have.
We have a perspective plan in place.
and because of IQAC initiative, we have converted all our offline feedback system has been converted to
Into online. And also extended to other stakeholders. Like we were not taking our parents earlier. So now we have feedback from parents and alumni also.
And we have tried to inculcate the changes what is suggested. For example, with the CA students, ma'am, they were not very happy because we didn't allow them to miss lectures and go for article shifts. So we have preponed the time 7 o'clock. The Department of Commerce starts at 7, so that we can accommodate them and they can also complete the articles.
For that, why the IQAC principal can decide?
No.
For the
So
equity
this
of
is the
that
feedback. We got the
Feedback.
feedback. that,
Feedback.
there was
Okay, the change.
we changed things.
even ICT enhancement to this this land networks which we have collected and
How
digitization.
many meetings
So at least two.
in a month
No,
or in a year?
Two definitely we have.
In a year.
Yes, but beyond that, as I mentioned it earlier, we have a small groups where we interact with each other and then of course with the rest of the members also and keep on enhancing our activities.
One thing is there that IQAC is at the top. So even principal also, whatever principal also, person comes to principal and then suddenly principal issues a notice and it change, like for example lecture timing from 7 to 7:30. So all these things are, they go to IQAC first and then the principal
Plus
takes
and
that.
minus points we have to check out.
Already
Right,
correct.
yeah.
That's about 10 feet.
We feel that
They should be
At least
part of
Then
the
this-
And the principal.
Yeah.
At least.
No, they can take it,
Yeah.
but everybody, if they
So
take
democratic
it
procedure
together,
is
so we feel that everybody should be a part of the
Still under the
The principal is aware of all this.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
And teachers normally give the feedback to the principal every day.
Yes, yes.